Guys, I have a problem. It's not a problem with my stash exactly, but it is a problem with something that is held within my stash. What do I do with a 14-year-old WIP that I have no desire to work on or keep? Hey guys, it's Katie here. If you're unfamiliar with me, I'm the Katie behind all of the patterns at Katie DeGroff Knits, the host of the Katie Knits podcast, and creator of all of the videos you see here on my channel. Please take a moment, subscribe so you don't miss out on another one of my videos. I need to jump straight to the point here. I am coming to you live from Crisis Central. Picture it. January 8th, 2026, in front of Katie's stash. She has an issue. She has a problem. She has a dilemma. She has something she is enlisting your help for. That's right. I need help. And most of the time when you hear people say that, it's with the size of their stash or stashing down or what do I need to do? I have a dilemma with one major WIP and then a dip. What do I do with it? This may be a hot button topic for a lot of people or something you feel very strongly about, but I've consulted several of my closest yarny friends and they've all told me to pitch it. That is my 14-year-old WIP that I keep bringing up. I don't live in a big house, so my space is limited. We purchased these shelves that you've seen numerous times, and it's the backdrop to my video, and it's the backdrop to our living room. I don't have the space to keep things that don't bring me joy and happiness. So what should I do? All right, you want to see this? In case, you haven't guessed it already, but along with other things, it's the WIP that's been living in this bag. Now, it's contained in a bag. Everything is fine. I have all of the yarn to finish it, but do I want to? No, I have no desire. I haven't worked on it in a good 3 to 4 years. And I started it. Let's pull up the Ravelry project page. So I started this WIP on January 4th of 2012. You heard that right. It's 14 years old. And I don't know where to go with it. I don't know what to do. So, what am I talking about? Get it out and show you. If you haven't guessed already, it's my mitered square sock blanket. Oh, a number of years ago, I sort of gave it the affectionate name of the mitered square sock blanket of doom because I just never ever thought I would finish it. And the funny thing is, when I first started this, I told John to be like, oh, give me like 6 months. It'll be done. It'll be definitely done by Christmas. And I wanted to make this thing at least queen size too. And, I was a lunatic. I was senile. I clearly didn't know what I was talking about. And here it sits. It is just over half done. I even think I wove, oh God. Thought I wove in a bunch of ends. Well, that clearly didn't happen. There's a lot of history with this blanket. Back a couple years, like back in 2012, a couple years after I started knitting, I needed something else to keep me busy. Long story short, we'd moved clear across the country, knew no one. Elizabeth was 18 months old. John was going out to sea and working all the time, so he was never home. So I needed something to consume me. I found mini swaps. And I threw myself into it. I was the crazy host that everybody would send their full skeins to, and I would bust them all up into 5 or 10 gram minis, label them, and ship them out to everybody that was in the swap. I did this for a number of years. I did accumulate we're going to call it, for lack of a better term, shit whack of minis. If you want to see, they're consuming, nope, not up there. They're consuming that whole basket up there, which is a terrible representation of the basket, okay? It's a big ass basket, plenty of yarn to finish this blanket. I did plan it all out, going up the sides. There's double triangles on the borders. All along, all the edges were going to be half triangles. There's big triangles randomly placed. I planned the entire center out. This is dead center. They're all itty bitty little I think I keep calling these triangles, mitered squares of their own. And then surrounding those are self-stripers. And then surrounding that is all one color. Then surrounding those, it's striped. Like, I did the damn thing. Like, I gave it my all. I look back at this and I see some projects that I remember. I see some yarns I remember from swaps that were notable to me. I met so many wonderful people through doing mini swaps. Oh my goodness, it was such a big part of my life for so long. And I have a huge ass blanket to show for it. I have no idea how many squares are in this blanket. I wouldn't even know how to count them. If I had to randomly guess, I would say at least 500, if not more. Probably a lot more than that. But I haven't worked on it in 3 to 4 years. I don't think it fits in my style or taste anymore. I have no desire to pick it back up, to put the time into it, to finish it. So what do I do with it? I feel so guilty throwing it away. And that's the advice I've been given by a lot of people that I'm close to, that I really value their opinion. So I'm coming to you. I may be familiar with some of you that are going to comment. I may have no clue who you are. Let me know your thoughts. Given the fact I do have a lot of history with this blanket, I do have all the yarn to finish it, it is taking up space. Like, in between my 2 shelves here, I had the idea to have 1 bag or basket of WIPs and 1 bag or basket of something else, so 2, and that's it. This is taking up an enormous space, and it's not bringing me joy anymore. So what would you do with it? What would you do, or have you been in this position before with a WIP? Now, originally it was supposed to be a bed blanket. It's not going to be a bed blanket, okay? I'm going to be straight up. Me and John sleep with separate blankets because we're both cover hogs, okay? Literally, most mornings, the blankets will be on his floor, mine will be on my floor. Like, we can't sleep with the same blanket. Why would I put this on my bed? I'm being 100% honest with you right here. Totally raw, Katie. I don't make my bed every day, or our bed. I don't do that. I don't expect my kids to. Keep it nice, keep it neat, but like, what am I gonna do with this? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Here's my dilemma. If I part with this in whatever way possible, I would also part with 80 to 90% of the minis I have in that basket, which would then free up space in that basket to put the rest of the remnants and cakes that are down here on my shelves taking up space in that basket, which would then make everything neater and less cluttered and full. So not only would I be getting rid of a giant bag and headache, this is like looming over me. Like I feel like I have this constant weight on my shoulders because I have this big, huge thing that I should be happy about, but I'm not. It's sitting there taking up space. Every time I come near my stash, I see it. I see the minis. Yes, that brought me joy and happiness in one time in my life. That's not me right now. Ever since John transitioned out of the military last year, we are all in a transitional period. What can we do to make us happy now? There was a constant loom and doom always over us being in the military. I will say it till the cows come home. You're in jail, like your family's in jail, the service members in jail. We're out of jail. So I feel like I have this, and if you caught my latest podcast, you will have heard me say several times, I have been knitting for over 17 years, and I feel like this coming up is the first year I'm going to be knitting. I feel like a brand new knitter, brand new perspectives, brand new projects, brand new joy for everything that I am working on. The opportunity to work on something for me that I just want. Why? Just because I want it and I can make it. Oh my goodness. So if I part with this and I part with those minis, I can free up space. I can free up a weight that's over my shoulders. But there's going to be guilt because I didn't finish this and I put so much work into it. So what are your thoughts? What do I do with it? Do I throw out a 14-year-old WIP? This thing is massive. It's huge. Yeah. I don't even know if like destashing it with the minis would be an option. I have no idea. Tell me, help me out there. Okay. That's dilemma one. Okay. That is just been looming so much. And I wanted to record a plans video. And I was so excited for my new perspective on knitting and all these things, new projects, but I still have these things looming over me. So I feel like I need to clear out and start fresh. So let's move on to the rest of what's kind of weighing me down. Now I am a knitwear designer. So I have dips or designs in progress that I have. I have 2 samples in this bag. There's 2 bags in here. I haven't opened them in at least 6 months. If you go back and look at my design diaries vlogs from last year, I showcased this quite a bit. I remember its name. I remember the yarn that each sample is made out of, but I cannot, for the life of me, remember what they look like. Literally. About 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with vestibular migraines. They gave me terrible brain fog. So I don't remember things. And then you can throw menopause on top of it, and I'm toast. So we're gonna remember what they look like together because I honestly don't. I do think that they were like 80% done. So it would be kind of ridiculous why I wouldn't finish it, but let's see, because I am in this mood. Okay, this one was my first sample. Okay. Oh, I remember this now. Huh. It's better looking than I thought it was going to be. I am not going to lie. And I am honest, swear on my yarn stash, being 100% honest with you in this moment. So this is my first sample. This goes like this. This is the Infatuation shawl, and it's all crinkly because it hasn't seen the light of day in over 6 months. So I know I'm on this bottom section, and I'm almost 100% positive. If I look at my Kindle Scribe right now, I have the rest of the notes all sketched out. So yeah, this looks fun. And I have this little fun edge on the bottom. I do remember that I found an error in this one. So the way Crazy Katie's mind works, do you rip that one back and figure it out? Or do you make another one? So I made another one. Oh my gosh. I remembered this now and don't know why I really stopped. So again, crinkly dog hair, ignore. But I did have, you can kind of see it on this one, it's super dark though. I do have a slate texture on the body. The beginning has this pretty wavy texture. And then on the end, I have these baubles. Oh, I'm even in the middle of a row. How fun. I have no idea what row that is. That I really seriously hope I've got good notes on this in my Kindle. This one I know I was using a gradient. Yes, I was using a gradient from Birch Grove. At least I have the yarn in here. Oh my goodness, look at me. I even have hand lotion in here. What's this? What is this? This is to another pattern. This is definitely not to this. This is an interesting one because I knew that I screwed up on the first one and I made a second one and I fixed the mistake. So I'm almost positive I even may have this typed out in Word. I'm going to have to look into this one. I was fully, honest to God, planning on frogging this. And seeing it, I don't want to anymore. I don't know when I'm going to work on it, but I don't want to frog it anymore because I think it is pretty. At least I'm not in the middle of a row on this one. I think I was working row for row because I'm almost in the same spot on both of them. All right, this guy's going to have to stay. Oh, wait. And they are contained in their separate bags with their yarn. Now I just have to go on the hunt and see if I remember what I was doing. So he's going to stay. And he did have a spot on that shelf up there. I do have the rest of my WIPs. And I know that this is everything because I just did a stash down last year and 2 reorganizations. What's in this bag? This isn't even a WIP. This is just a bag of minis caked up. This is exactly why I wanted to do this. And I just ran downstairs and I sat down and I did this. Oh, look, a sock with ends. Okay. Oh, it's matching pair. What's in here? Oh, I remember what this was. So I had this grand idea of a summer top. And I had, oh my gosh, this seriously, look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness, Katie. Oh, look, here's little tiny bits. We have, oh my God. And then I have some that I ripped out together because it was held together. Oh my God, Katie. Yeah. Why is this keep unraveling? Because it's an itty bitty ball. So, why? Why do I have all this here? It's taking up space. It's taking up a bag. It's taking up this yarn. For the life of me, this needs to be dealt with and go away. This one, I was thinking about and I knew that I had it and it's pretty. This was going to be a dip as well. A new design. I know I took detailed notes on this up to here. And this was back before I had my Kindle. This was back when I wrote everything down. Uh, I think with this one, what I need to do, all the yarn is together. I think I need to take some really good photos and then rip it out. I may choose to keep all of the yarn together. I don't know. What do I do with this? It's just at least I have some in skeins. It's not all caked up. Most of it's caked up though. Yeah, this one needs to go. It's pretty. It's very pretty. I have zero desire to work on that. Zero. And there are needles, progress keepers, stoppers, all that jazz. I have the notes and I will take photos of it, and that's getting ripped out along with this mess that I have here in front of me. All right. What is this mess? This is a gnome that I started like 1,000 years ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got the pattern in here though. No earthly clue where I was in the pattern, but this is what I have. So given the fact that that looks so intricate, I think it would be in my best interest to try to figure out where I am. Ah, crap. And I do have a perfect contrast color for it. Don't ever ask me what those are, because there's no ball bands in here. So unless it's on Ravelry, which I've been terrible about keeping track of, I have no idea what the yarns are. But does that really matter at the end of the day if it's something for me? Oh my gosh, I can't bear myself to rip him out, even though I want to. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I want the space. I want a clean slate so bad. I can't. I don't know where I was. Oh my gosh, you're watching me have like a partial mental breakdown in front of you. And these damn little things, these Knitter's Pride Zings, they came out and are all the rage and everybody loved them. And I bought one in like every single size and I hate them. The only thing I like them for is holding stitches. Like if I have a big cable, I'll stick one on there. Or if I need to just hold a chunk of stitches to do something, whatever, who knows what, they're good for that. Otherwise, not doing it. So I'm going to rip this out and we're going to have a chit chat. So how's your morning going? Yeah, mine's going great. I am hopefully going to be a little more at peace when I'm done with all of this, but I am really interested. I'm not going to make like a final decision on my sock blanket of doom. Apparently I cut the yarn at this particular point, and this was his hat. Oh, well that makes me feel different about this. So I don't know where I was on the other piece, but this is a hat. So I could keep this. I could still finish it. Now I know where I am. I'm going to keep that. And now I'm going to keep the pattern. I'm not keeping those damn little needles though. But I do have to put them in here because I don't know if I started a Ravelry project page for this. These are US size 4 needles. So I'm just going to keep those in there for reference. Well, that was going to get frogged, but I kind of figured out where I was. So that's going to stay now. And that's all I have in this basket. I want to hear what you think about the blanket. The infatuation shawl, I think I'm definitely going to keep, and I will finish that at some point when I need sort of a brain break, because I think it's pretty. I think it is, and I think it's definitely something that I would wear. yeah, so I can see myself working on that. But this blanket, I don't even know. Oh my goodness gracious. Everything else that I have that's a WIP is active. I'm working on it. It's crazy. But I do feel like I want to go into this year with a whole new perspective. I feel like I've been knitting for 17 years and I don't have anything to show for it. So I want something to show for it. I have like one garment that fits me and I don't even know where it is. Okay. It is missing. Literally, how do you lose a sweater? In case you're wondering about the sweater in question, it's my Mended Fences sweater. I don't know where it is. No clue. Definitely didn't get rid of it because I actually wear it. Literally checked everywhere. It's nowhere. Yeah, I want to make things for me this coming year. I want to make things that bring me joy, that bring me happiness. So before I recorded my plans video, I wanted to go through this clean slate. I do look at some of my stash and I'm like, I'm not 100% like sold on keeping certain things, but then I find things like this that I completely forgot that I purchased last year. Or I can pull out this that is so pretty. And I may just decide I'm gonna just grab something and knit with that. Hey, I want something out of this. Or I want some socks. Or I want a new hat. Or oopsie, have had this skein for years. It's fluff fluff. That'd be so pretty. Why don't I make myself a muscle burr hat or something that I could actually use? I feel like I've been designing all of these patterns. Granted, I love them all. I think they're beautiful and they're interesting to knit. And I, tried to design with a purpose that created a wearable item in the end, but I did that as a job. That was work for me. And I don't need to do that anymore. Now that John's out of the military and has a better job, I don't need to contribute anything past the yarn I want to buy because I don't take that out of our family income. I take it out of my pattern sales. So if I want to buy something, that's what it's there for. So if I choose to design something, it is going to feel like it has a better purpose and a bigger enjoyment out of it. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where I was before I started that rant. What are your thoughts? Give me your thoughts. Tell me what you think I should do. And I'm genuinely going to read all those comments and give it a go. Give it a good thinky think. Oh my gosh. I can't see throwing it away. I can't see like gifting it or destashing it either because it's not finished. And it's in an awkward place because I designed the center. But if I got rid of it, I could get rid of all that. I could move things around and make it look better. I will make a decision based on your comments and with that, well, not based on, but with the help of your comments and your perspectives and your thinking and theories. And then when I go to record my plans video for this year, I'll let you know what I did. So, okay, I am going to deal with this mess. No clue what that was even for. I'm gonna rewind up those cakes because they look like nice yarn, but they're single ply too. I really don't knit anything with single ply anymore. So that may wind up going in a Destash, and it's beautiful yarn from Moondrake, but I don't really have any desire for it. And I know that that potential project gave me so much frustration. I kind of want to purge that. So that's probably going to go in a Destash. And who knows, you may find gallon-sized bags of minis and micro minis in my Destash. And if you find that, then you know blanket went bye-bye. But let me know what you think. What would you do? Have you ever been in my position? Have you ever had to frog or throw away a WIP? And how did it make you feel? How did it make you feel if you kept it? And how did it make you feel if you purged it? So I'm going to go try to save my sanity by getting rid of some of the stuff that's like looming over me. So, all right. Cheers and happy knitting, everybody. Okay. Turd. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's update time. So I bet you didn't think you would see this face anymore on this video, but I wanted to pop in and give you an update. It's been almost a week since I recorded that first chunk of the video, and I said goodbye. I stopped recording and I sat here and I couldn't get up. I didn't feel like I did enough in that moment. I feel like there was still work to be done. So I called my girls down and they helped me completely frog both infatuation shawl samples as well as the start of the other one that was just the little start that I told you I was going to frog. That's gone, frogged. And the yarn is all put away. And where did the yarn go? Well, I had talked earlier about potentially going through the mini bin that I showed you. And I did. As you saw a few moments ago, I dumped it. That was the only way to go through it. And I felt like even if, I decide to keep or part with the blanket, I still have plenty enough yarn to finish it if I kept it, and I really have no use for those minis. So, dumped it. I went through it, kept a few. Elizabeth kept some for like sock work. Sophia kept some because she wants to try to micro crochet a chicken. Perfect for minis. But I went through it all, and then the rest of it I busted up into 9 stuffed gallon size bags, which is up in my Destash on Ravelry if you should want to snack some. I also went through the rest of my stash. I did pull a few other things out that last time I did a stash down. I was contemplating keeping or not, so I still feel the same way about them, so they're going to go this time. So my Destash is updated, and as well as at the time of recording, this is not done, but by the time you view this, it will be. I am having a major sample sale on Etsy. I have too many samples. I have too many samples in beautiful yarn. I have too many samples that I will never wear just because I'm not going to wear it. So why should I have it? I should, part with it to someone else who will appreciate it. And I was on the fence for years about doing sample sales because the samples that I purchase the yarn for, my time and the yarn cost, I can't charge what it's really worth. I deeply discount them. And it has really warmed my heart because so many have gone to loving homes, and people have even checked back in with me and, I gifted this or I love it myself. I've even had knitters purchase them for themselves because they don't have time to knit for themselves. They knit for others. So it's like, it's kind of a cool thing. So anyway, I have a sample sale going on Etsy right now too. That's fully linked down below, and is my Destash on Ravelry. But going through that mini bin, I gained the space to clear an entire shelf out down here that was nothing but cakes. Cakes upon cakes upon cakes. And some more remnants. So that's in that bin. So both bins on my top shelves are now remnants and cakes. So if I want to cast something on and I'm looking for a color, I'm going to check up there because it's already caked up and it's all in one place. In the space where the cakes were, I had some extra sweater quantities that I purchased at Rhinebeck this year, as well as a bunch of minis in bags. So those are all there. That freed up space. It's perfect. It is literally what I wanted. I look at my shelves and I'm very happy. I feel like I always evolve. And the other day, John was down here and he's like, "You're always doing this, aren't you?" Meaning reorganizing. And I feel like it is an evolution process, especially since these shelves are where they're going to be. They're going to move literally one more time when we redo the floors down here, and that's it. So it is a process, and I feel like you have to live with it and make changes in small increments so they stick. So, on the blanket note, like I told you before, I had kind of polled my closest yarny friends, and they all said to pitch it. I put a poll up on Instagram. What would you do? Instagram also was majority. Pitch it, move on. I put a poll up here on YouTube. YouTube was completely in the realm of either pass it on to somebody who will finish it, repurpose it into something else, or destash it, or keep it and eventually finish it. So it was really interesting how the different platforms are on completely different sides. And they're like all like overwhelmingly towards one or the other. So I thought that was really interesting. I really am interested to hear what all of you think about this 14-year-old WIP that I have no desire to work on or finish, or doesn't bring me joy and kind of brings me a lot of anxiety. And if you've ever been in that position, I love hearing other people's stories about times that they wound up having to frog a WIP or part with it, or the struggles they went through and how they worked through it. It's an interesting process. So, that being said, please let me know down below what you would do. Have you been in that situation? Where should I go from here? So, what did I gain from going through my WIPs, dips, stash, minis, all that jazz? Aside from finding all of my size 3 and 5 needles, as well as some others, an entire box of charms, a lot of which I totally forgot that I had. 7 project bags and totes, which now lets me do exactly what I wanted to do in the beginning. All of my extra project bags and totes are in one bag, and they're sitting right here. Eventually it'll be on the floor, but I have my 2 boxes of my advents from Oakwood Knits from this year. Those are going to become a quilted inspired blanket, which I will get started on shortly, but those are there. So my bag of bags lives there. All I have is one bag over here. That is my next two sweater projects that I want to cast on. The zipper sweater light for John and the Ovis sweater for me. Patterns are printed out, yarns pulled, they're in the bag. It's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, I feel like now I can plan for this year. And I have some notes about what I wanted to accomplish this year, but I feel like now I can tackle that with a fresher perspective and frame of mind. So, I hope I hope that you are all doing well and that you are having a great start to your making in 2026 and that you are going into this year with a beautiful, fresh mind and great perspectives. I think we have to make our own joy and happiness in this day and age because I think there's just so much bad out there. I think we just need to come together even more as a community and focus on the beautiful things that we can create ourselves and what will make us happy. So now I am going to go for good. So and I am going to go put my samples up on Etsy, which that will already be done when you see this. And I'm going to go check up on the chattiness that is all things for my Funfetti Mystery Knit Along, which, tiny plug if you haven't checked it out, the pattern's out now. Well, the info sheet, because it's a mystery knit along. It doesn't start until my birthday on January 29th, but there are a ton of amazing prizes and participating dyers and kits and so much wonderful fun. And I really, really enjoy the community that's created every year. And we have a great time. So go check out my Funfetti Mystery Knit Along. I'll link down below. Now I'm off. So happy knitting, everybody.